Good afternoon, everyone. So I hope everybody has joined. Okay, so we'll start the session. Good afternoon, Shripad. Just let me know that my voice is audible and the screen is properly visible to you all. Anybody? Okay. Anybody can confirm that voice is clear and the screen is visible to you all? Good afternoon, Praveen. Good afternoon. Okay, I think everything is fine, right? Okay, so we can start with the session. So once again, I welcome you to NABARD Grade A 2025 lectures for ARD. So today we have lecture number 2 and the topic that we are going to cover today is farming system. Now students, before I start this lecture, I hope you have covered the previous lecture that we have completed yesterday only. Okay, so it was regarding the basics of agriculture topic. So I have solved multiple questions there. So if you want questions to if you want to solve these questions, you can just visit the previous session and watch that session also. Also students, regarding this particular session, I would like to tell you here that we have also covered ARD simplified series previously. Now the topic that I am going to cover here, basically here we are doing the MCQ format, right? We are not going for the detailed explanation of each topic, but there are two topics covered from this particular chapter in ARD simplified series. And if you want to go for the detailed explanation of these topics, you can go you can go to the description box. Their link will be provided to you for the ARD simplified series for this particular topic, right? So there will be two topics covered. One is dryland farming and another one is farming system. Just go and check it out once. You will get the detailed explanation of all these things. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Vishal, if it was amazing. So let's move ahead and let's see question of the day. First question of the day. So first question for you is, which of the following is defined as an appropriate mix of farm enterprise and the means available to the farmers to raise them for profitability? Okay. Okay, if you liked the session, that was great. And let's move ahead and continue with today's session. And we'll try to cover this session. We'll try to complete the session within 30 or 45 minutes. Okay, we'll not extend like yesterday. So, yes, what will be the answer here? Your options are cropping system, farming system, mixed farming, integrated farming, sustainable agriculture. So, what will be the answer for this question? Where you have to tell me that what we call for the system where we are appropriately mixing all our farm enterprises and means which are available to the farmers to raise them for profitability in order to increase profit. Okay, Aditya has given answer. Anybody else? Anybody else want to try this question? Okay, anybody else? Please give me answer in the chat section and try to interact. If you have any doubt, you can ask your doubts. If anything you want, you can tell me. So, okay, I can see Isha, Aksh, Devanshi. Few people have tried to answer the question. So basically, student right answer for this question will be option B, farming system. Okay? Farming system. Let me explain why farming system is answer here. So when we talk about farming system, what do you understand by farming system? टॉपिक आज का हमारा चैप्टर का नाम ही है, टॉपिक का नाम ही है फार्मिंग सिस्टम. सो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अस टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस टॉपिक, दिस पर्टिकुलर टर्म इन अ डिटेल, राइट? सो स्टूडेंट्स, व्हेनेवर यू सी अ फार्म, ठीक है, आप किसी भी फार्म को देखोगे, दैट फार्म हैज नॉट जस्ट एरिया डेडिकेटेड टू क्रॉप प्रोडक्शन ओनली. ठीक है, एग्रीकल्चर में वी नो क्रॉप प्रोडक्शन ही नहीं होता है, आपका लाइफ स्टॉक रेयरिंग, पोल्ट्री, फिशरीज, बहुत सारी एक्टिविटीज दे come under agriculture, right? So inside a farm we can have multiple enterprise. What are the enterprise? Like crop production can be one enterprise, other enterprise can be livestock rearing, okay, other enterprise can be poultry, other enterprise can be fisheries, okay, other enterprise can be piggery or any other enterprises related to agriculture, right? Now you can see here we have different enterprises in a farm. Okay, we have different enterprises in the farm. So In farming system, what we do, we try to integrate all these enterprises. ठीक है, one activity that is carried in the farm is called one enterprise. Crop production एक enterprise है हमारा, जहां से हमें कुछ return मिलता है. Similarly, livestock rearing दूसरा enterprise हुआ, fisheries, poultry, piggery अलग अलग enterprises है. अब हमें क्या करना है, we have to integrate all these enterprises. क्यों integrate करेंगे? Why there is a need of integrating all these enterprises? So students, because waste product of one enterprise can be used as resource to other enterprise. Like for example, in crop field, once you harvest your crop, उसके बाद क्या बचता है? straw बचता है, stubbles बचते हैं, right? So that straw and stubble can be used to feed livestock. उस straw को हम अपनी livestock को दे सकते हैं to feed, for feed purpose, right? For feeding purpose. Rest from the livestock, what we are getting dung, or we are getting organic waste, right? From cows and buffalo, whatever organic waste is generated from this enterprise can be utilized in the crop production enterprise as manure. We know the cow dung, buffalo dung, this organic waste is nutrient rich. Okay, it can be used as manure in crop field. So the waste product of this enterprise can be used in crop production enterprise. Similarly, all other enterprises can be integrated in such a way that waste product of one enterprise become resource of other. Okay, it become input of other enterprise. And why we are doing so? We are doing this to increase the profitability. देखो, अगर organic manure की demand यही farm से ही complete हो जाएगी, farmer will not have to depend on fertilizer. Farmer will not have to purchase fertilizer. एक्स्ट्रा एक्सपेंस नहीं करना पड़ेगा क्योंकि ऑलरेडी ऑर्गेनिक मैन्योर फार्म में ही प्रोड्यूस हो रहा है. ओके, सो दिस सिस्टम इज नोन एज फार्मिंग सिस्टम. दिस इज नोन एज फार्मिंग सिस्टम. ओके, नाउ हियर वी हैव अदर ऑप्शंस लाइक क्रॉपिंग सिस्टम. सो क्रॉपिंग सिस्टम क्या होता है स्टूडेंट्स? क्रॉपिंग सिस्टम इज क्रॉपिंग पैटर्न दैट यू आर फॉलोइंग. ओके, किस क्रॉपिंग पैटर्न से आप क्रॉप को ग्रो कर रहे हो? लाइक वेदर यू आर फॉलोइंग rice wheat cropping pattern, rice wheat pulses cropping pattern, rice cropping pattern. There are so many different types of pattern in which crops can be grown. Okay, now the cropping pattern that you're following for your land and how that cropping pattern is interacting with the resources that is available on that crop land or farm, that is interaction with the environment, you can say, or the resources in the farm, that is called as cropping system. Cropping system क्या है? The cropping pattern that you follow along with its interaction with the environment, its interaction with the surrounding or resources that is present in the farm, that is called a cropping. That is called a क्रॉपिंग सिस्टम. ठीक है, जब हम क्रॉपिंग पैटर्न और वो कैसे इंटरैक्ट कर रहा है अपने सराउंडिंग से, अपने एनवायरमेंट से, या रिसोर्सेज जो अवेलेबल है उसको पढ़ते हैं, दैट इज क्रॉपिंग सिस्टम. ठीक है, सो दैट इज क्रॉपिंग सिस्टम. What is mixed farming? Now students, mixed farming is when we are mixing two enterprises like crop production and livestock rearing is mixed. ठीक है, now farming system and mixed farming are almost you can say they are almost same, but in farming system more than two enterprise can interact. Okay, in farming system more than two enterprise can interact, while in mixed farming two enterprises like your crop production and livestock rearing can go side by side. And again, purpose of mixed farming is to increase the profit. Purpose of mixed farming is to increase the profit, right? Then integrated farming system. Now what, there is a slight difference between mixed farming and integrated farming. In integrated farming, what we are doing, see, we have one thing which is farming system. We have one term one term that is farming system. Under farming system, we have different types of farming system. It can be specialized farming system, it can be integrated farming system, it can be mixed farming system, it can be subsistence farming system, traditional farming system, right? Semi-commercial farming system. There are so many different types of farming system. Farming system in general is integrating of two enterprises. In mixed farming, we are integrating the enterprises. It can be two or multiple enterprises, not just two. It can be multiple enterprises, but our only focus here is to increase the profit. ठीक है, मिक्स फार्मिंग में हमारा सिर्फ और सिर्फ फोकस रहता है प्रॉफिट बढ़ाने का। वी डू नॉट टेक केयर कि जो हम एंटरप्राइज लगा रहे हैं, जो हम एक्टिविटी कर रहे हैं, उसका इम्पैक्ट एनवायरमेंट में क्या होगा। ठीक है, वी डू नॉट कंसिडर द इम्पैक्ट ऑफ द एक्टिविटीज दैट वी आर रनिंग ऑन आवर फार्म, व्हाट इम्पैक्ट इट विल कॉज टू द एनवायरमेंट। ठीक है, उसको हम इम्पैक्ट के केयर नहीं करते। यहाँ पे हमारा सोल फंक्शन होता है, सोल मोटिव होता है टू इंक्रीज द प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी। बट इन केस ऑफ इंटीग्रेटेड फार्मिंग और मिक्स फार्मिंग में यही डिफरेंस है कि इंटीग्रेटेड फार्मिंग की जाती है by considering all the harmful impact that our activity can have on environment, and we need to reduce this harmful impact. ठीक है, बेसिकली डिफरेंस यही है, इट इज मिक्सिंग ऑफ एंटरप्राइजेस। मिक्स फार्मिंग में आप सिर्फ प्रॉफिट ओरिएंटेड हो, इंटीग्रेटेड फार्मिंग सिस्टम में आप जो कर रहे हो आप एनवायरमेंट को ध्यान रख के कर रहे हो। ठीक है, सो दैट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन मिक्स्ड फार्मिंग एंड इंटीग्रेटेड फार्मिंग सिस्टम। एंड फार्मिंग सिस्टम इन जनरल क्या है, व्हेन वी आर इंटीग्रेटिंग टू एंटरप्राइजेस इन ऑर्डर टू इंक्रीज प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी। क्लियर? एंड आई हैव टॉक्ड अबाउट क्रॉपिंग सिस्टम। नाउ आई होप ऑल ऑफ दीज टर्म्स आर क्लियर टू यू ऑल. Moving ahead to next question. Okay, now please read the question carefully and give me the answer. Question is regarding dry farming. You have to tell me which one is correct. Now students, this dry farming has been covered in your ARD simplified series. So if you want the detailed lecture of ARD, this dry farming on dry farming, there you can go for the link that is provided below, right? Now options here are practice in rainfall practice in areas, okay, or areas or regions receiving rainfall less than 750 mm. Emphasizes drought resistant crop, focuses on moisture conservation, prefers water intensive crop. I want everybody to please read and give me answer carefully after reading all the options. Okay. Okay. ओके, HV6SZ, आई एम ऑल्सो विशिंग कि हाँ ये जो क्वेश्चंस मैं आपको करा रही हूँ, सी आई हैव चेंज द पैटर्न ऑफ क्वेश्चन. अगर आप देखोगे previously questions were very direct, but this year I have changed the pattern of question because I have seen in your examination also question patterns are changing. ठीक है, अब वो डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछते आपको व्हाट इज ड्राई फार्मिंग. ओके, नाउ दे हैव स्टार्टेड आस्किंग यू कॉन्सेप्ट बेस्ड क्वेश्चन या फिर मल्टीपल स्टेटमेंट बेस्ड क्वेश्चन. So that's why I have changed the pattern a bit so that something can related to this can come in your exam and you can solve it. Okay, I can see all of you have given the right answer. Very good. Okay, very good. So answer here will be option A. ठीक है, ड्राई फार्मिंग के बारे में सीखते हैं. So basically students, we have dry farming. Farming is basically divided into 3 categories based on amount of rainfall received by any particular area. ठीक है, तो जो फार्मिंग है, कितना अमाउंट रेनफॉल रिसीव होता है किसी पर्टिकुलर एरिया पे, उस बेसिस पे डिवाइड की गई है ड्राई फार्मिंग, ड्राईलैंड फार्मिंग एंड रेन फेड फार्मिंग. ओके, रेन फेड फार्मिंग. What is this dry farming? So students, dry farming is basically adopted in the regions where the rainfall is less than 750 mm. Okay, these areas receive rainfall less than 750 mm. Dryland is adopted in places where the rainfall received by these area is 750 to 1150 mm. So this is a classification. You have to learn this data. You have to learn the amount of rainfall received by dryland and rainfed. And rainfed area basically receive rainfall more than 1150 mm. So students, very important. It's very important. Okay, because यहाँ से you'll see in PYQs question have been asked. Clear? Now what happens in dry and dryland areas? Basically students, you can see there is a lack of moisture. Okay, there is a lack of water here. So moisture is a biggest constraint in dry and dryland farming. So what we need to do in case of dry and dryland farming, we always go for drought resistant crop, means the crops that can resist some amount of drought condition, means if there is no supply of water for a time period, that particular do not fail, that particular can resist some amount of drought period. Okay? Then here focus is given on moisture conservation. Obviously moisture is limitation here, right? Water is limitation here. So we need to focus on practices that will help retain or conserve moisture. Clear? So hence option 3 is also correct. But if I see option 4, statement 4, prefers water intensive crop. So students, if we prefer water intensive crop for such areas where already there is a lack of water, what will happen? These crops will not survive, right? Because there is no water available for sustaining such crop. So here answer will be option A, 1, 2 and 3 are correct, while the statement 4 is incorrect. Clear? Clear? I hope it is clear. And I hope it is also clear to you what is dryland farming and rain-fed farming. Okay? So students, rain-fed farming में we can go for growing multiple crops. Okay? Because here the supply of water is enough. So we can go for growing multiple crops, right? But in case of dry farming and dryland farming, we have to go for the monocropping, either means we can grow one crop at a time, or in case of dry land farming, you can go for two crop at a time, right? You cannot just grow multiple crops at a time or in a year because of the limitation of moisture. Clear? Okay, moving ahead to the next question. Now, please read this question, read all the statement and give me the answer. It is about intercropping. You have to tell me, involves growing two or more crops simultaneously, ensures complete soil nutrient use, reduce pest incidence, only applies to legume combination. Which is correct? So, have you given the answer? I want everybody to participate. Please, everybody participate and give me the answer in the chat section. So students, here answer will be again option A. Okay? So we have to discuss here about intercropping. Now see, this is a question of chapter 4, which is cropping system. We will be discussing it tomorrow, but no issue if this question is here. We will discuss a bit about it today, and in detail we are going to cover it tomorrow. Okay? So intercropping क्या होती है students? See, if I talk about first statement, so it is basically growing two or more crops simultaneously. Yes, that is intercropping. Intercropping is when we are growing two or more crops simultaneously. And this intercropping cannot be adopted in dry and dryland farming. Okay? Especially in dry farming, we cannot adopt intercropping because more than two crops, if grown simultaneously together at same piece of land at a time, what will happen? It will require more amount of water, and that is not there in dry farming, right? So here intercropping is, yes, it involves growing of two or more crops simultaneously. So this statement is correct. Ensure complete soil nutrient use. So students, here what we are doing, why we are growing multiple crops, so that the nutrient that is there in soil can be utilized effectively. So sometimes what we do, we go for growing deep rooted crop. We go for growing deep rooted crops with shallow rooted crop. Okay, now why this is done? See, we have two crop. One crop is shallow rooted. Okay, the root is to this extent only, and other crop is deep rooted, where the root is exploiting the nutrient from the soil from the deeper layer. Okay, so due to intercropping, what is happening here right now? We are utilizing the nutrient that is available in the soil completely. Okay, so shallow root crop will utilize the nutrient from the upper layer, while deep root crop will utilize the nutrient that is present in the lower layer of the soil. Clear? So yes, it is again true about intercropping. Then reduce pest incidence. So sometimes students, due to intercropping, pest incidence is also reduced, because see, if we'll have only monocrop, if we have only monocrop, like only one crop is growing in the field, so there are high chances that pest and disease can spread faster. Okay, because the disease or the insect will find host faster, right? So if only rice will be there, and like there is a pest of rice, so it will find host faster, and that disease will spread quickly. But if we will have multiple crops, then we can reduce this pest incident to some extent. ठीक है? Then applies to legume combination. No, students, it's not strictly that we are growing only legume in case of intercropping. We can go for cereals legume, we can go for cereals, cereals. Okay, any combination can be taken in case of intercropping. Clear? Clear? Okay, moving ahead to the next question. Okay, give me the answer of this question. Shifting cultivation in Northeast India is locally known as. Now this is your PYQ also. Okay, it was asked to you in your previous year examination. So you have to tell me shifting cultivation को क्या बोलते हैं इंडिया में, especially Northeast India. So is it Podu, Zoom, Bevar, Ponam, or Masha Penda? Okay, what will be the right answer here? Okay, your guide, see, I would like to request you to just explore our YouTube channel more. So we have a whole ARD static series where I have covered multiple classes based on your syllabus only. So basically, the classes are already there on YouTube. Okay, so there is ARD simplified. If you want detailed explanation of topic, you can cover that. If you want multiple classes on same topics, so it has been already there on YouTube. You can just go and explore all these classes and learn from there. Okay. Chalo, I can see right answers coming, and all of you have given the right answer. Very good. Very good. I can see Aditya, Vishal, Akansha, HV6, your guide, Devashi, Akash, Rahul, Abhishek, Isha Raj, Sonal, and Pratibha, your guide, Abhinav. Very good. So all of you have given the right answer for this question. This will be zoom cultivation. Okay? Shifting cultivation is known as zoom cultivation. So before moving ahead, let me tell you what is this shifting cultivation quickly. So students, this is a type of ट्रेडिशनल फार्मिंग सिस्टम. ठीक है, पहले कभी इस तरीके का फार्मिंग सिस्टम अडॉप्ट किया जाता था इन फ्यू प्लेसेस. ठीक है, सो बेसिकली व्हाट हैपेंस इन शिफ्टिंग कल्टीवेशन, फार्मर, ठीक है, फार्मर just go to the forest land. Okay, a particular forest land is covered by farmer, and what the farmer will do, ठीक है, तो क्या होता है यहाँ पे फॉरेस्ट लैंड को क्लियर किया जाता है. सो इनिशियली व्हाट विल हैपन ऑन फॉरेस्ट लैंड, यहाँ पे फॉरेस्ट लैंड में सारे vegetation होगा, right? There will be trees, there will be shrubs, herbs growing on that forest land. So initially, in order to grow any crop, all these vegetation need to be cut down. All these vegetation need to be cut down. So what farmer do? Farmer यहाँ पे क्या करते थे? They cut down this vegetation and burn it. Okay, so hence another name of shifting cultivation is slash and burn cultivation. ठीक है, so another name for this shifting cultivation is slash and burn cultivation, where all the forest vegetation is cut down and burned. Now after clearing this forest land, crop is grown here. Okay, a crop like wheat is grown on this land for around 5 to 6 years. ठीक है, only wheat will be grown. Okay, it's not that they are following any crop rotation or crop is changed. Only wheat is grown for 5 to 6 years. Now what will happen if we will take only one single crop for 5 to 6 years? Our soil fertility will degrade, right? Soil nutrient status will go down, soil fertility will degrade, and now this soil will become not usable for growing further crop, right? So what we do, what farmer do, farmer then abandon this land. Okay, this land is abandoned after growing crop, and they invade a new forest land. ठीक है, they go and invade new forest land, where again the vegetation is cut down, slashed and burnt. The vegetation is slashed and burnt, and then they again go for growing wheat for next 5 to 6 years on that piece of land. And once the fertility of this land is this land goes down, and then they move to the previous land. Then again they move to the previous land. That's why it is called shifting cultivation. That's why it is called shifting cultivation. Another name I have told you for shifting cultivation is slash and burn cultivation. Okay? And in northeast side of our country, it is also known as zoom cultivation. Now let's see. So we have talked about in Assam or northeast India, it is called zoom. Podu, it is in Andhra Pradesh and Odisha. Okay, that is the term given to this in Andhra Pradesh and Odisha. Ponam in Kerala, Bevar or Mesha Penda or Bera in Madhya Pradesh. Clear? So these are the different names of this shifting cultivation. But now it is not adopted. It is not shifting cultivation is not further adopted by the farmers. It has been banned. Okay. Chalo, next question is, which farming type requires low water and uses young seedling singly spaced? Okay, so you have to tell me out of the given option किसमें हमें पानी कम चाहिए होता है और हम young seedling को grow करते हैं, and that is singly. ठीक है? Your option are SRI, which is system of rice intensification, hydroponics, zero budget natural farming, that is ZBNF, organic farming, permaculture. What will be the answer? Quickly give me the answer, please. Anybody? Okay, Aditya has given the answer. Very good. Anybody else with the answer? Okay. Aksh has given. Akansha has given. Very good. So students, right answer for this will be option A, SRI. ठीक है? SRI क्या है? Basically, it is a new technique of growing rice. Another technique of growing rice. जैसे कि transplanting होती है, right? Transplanting is a technique through which rice is grown. Similarly, there is another technique of growing rice which is known as SRI. And full form of this SRI is system of rice intensification. Okay, system of rice intensification. What happens here? What do we do, or what farmer do in this SRI method? Nursery is grown. Okay, the nursery is produced like in your transplanting, we go for growing nursery. So after 20 days, after I think 10 to 15 days, they approved this nursery, they approved the seedling, and they transplant into the main field. And when transplanting is done, तो usually क्या होता है, 2 से 3 plants लगाए जाते हैं at a place. But in case of SRI, only one plant is placed at a particular point, and the spacing is kept wide here. Okay, spacing is kept wide as compared to the conventional method of transplanting. Why this is done? So this is basically done that each plant can get enough space for utilization of nutrient and resources, and it can grow well. ठीक है? So this is your SRI method. Clear? This is your SRI method. Another method, another technique of growing rice. ठीक है? And students, see, SRI method has shown better results than transplanting. Okay, and also in SRI we do not create flood condition. We do not require the amount of water that we need in transplanting case. Okay, in SRI, irrigation is given at a particular interval, and there is proper drying and wetting period. Means for a time irrigation is given, and then for a time it will be stopped. ठीक है? So this is a method where we can save a lot of water, still grow rice and get a good yield. Clear? So this is about this particular question. Moving on to the next question. Dryland agriculture in regions with 750 to 1100 mm rainfall is termed as. Okay, now quickly give me the answer. I have already told you about this. ठीक है? I want everybody to answer this question. Okay, what will be the answer for this question? ड्राई होगा, ड्राईलैंड होगा और रेनफीड होगा, क्योंकि इन तीनों में से कोई एक आंसर होगा, राइट? सो नाउ यू कैन टेस्ट योरसेल्फ कि आपको कितना समझ आया है पिछली स्लाइड में. Okay, so answer will be option C, dryland farming. Very good. अगर less than 750 होता then it would be dry farming. 750 से 1100 है तो dry land, और more than 1150 or 1100 then it will be rain fed farming. Clear? चलो. Moving to the next question, which of the following is true about hydroponics? Okay, now you have to read the statement and let me know what is the right answer or right option here. Your first option is it uses soil as a base medium. It grows plant in air mist. It grows plant in nutrient-rich water solution. It is same as ZBNF, or it requires no water. What will be the right answer here? Quickly give me the answer. Please, quickly give me the answers. Okay. Okay, I can see right answers coming. Very good. ठीक है. Answer for this question will be option C. It grows plants in nutrient-rich water solutions. So students, we need to first understand what is hydroponics, okay, in detail to answer this question. So hydroponics क्या है? Basically, it is a modern farming technique. ठीक है? First of all, it is a modern farming technique. Modern farming techniques क्या होती हैं? Where we are using modern techniques or modern science to grow plants, to grow crops. That is modern farming techniques. Now under modern farming techniques we have vertical farming. ठीक है? What is vertical farming? Vertical farming is a type of farming where we are not utilizing much of horizontal space, rather we are utilizing the vertical space. ठीक है? So here the crop is grown in stacks. So basically the stacks are made and over these stacks crops are grown. So you can see on the same amount of land we can grow, we can get more production. ठीक है? So that is the concept of vertical farming. Now under vertical farming there are different types of farming. First we have is hydroponics. ठीक है? Then we have aquaponics. ठीक है? Also we have aeroponics. Okay, so what is hydroponics? Coming to the topic again, question again. So in hydroponics, what students we are doing, we are not using soil. Okay, so your first option, it uses soil as a base medium, is completely incorrect, because hydroponics का मतलब ही होता है soil-less culture. Soil-less culture means cultivating crop without soil. So what we use here, then soil. So soil के वजह हम यहाँ पे use करते हैं वर्मिक्यूलाइट और परलाइट. ठीक है? और कोकोपीट. So soil is not used. Soil is not used. Any other substance can be used, but without these substance also hydroponics can be done. If there is no supporting material, the water can, if you provide proper support to the plant, the roots can absorb what root can absorb the nutrient from the running water itself, and still the plant can grow. ठीक है? But if you want to give the supporting material, then you can use vermiculite, perlite, cocopeat, but soil is not used. So first option is incorrect, right? Next is it grows plant in air mist. No students, hydroponics में actually होता क्या है? Here what we do, we have a nutrient rich solution. We have a nutrient rich solution. ठीक है? एक nutrient rich solution बना लेते हैं. Basically पानी में जो भी आपके fertilizers हैं जो डिजोल्व हो सकते हैं पानी में, उनको घोल देते हैं. ठीक है? वी मिक्स द फर्टिलाइजर, ऑल वाटर सोल्यूबल फर्टिलाइजर इन द वाटर, एंड अब ये जो सोल्यूशन बना है इसको हम वी अलाउ दिस सोल्यूशन टू पास थ्रू द रूट ऑफ क्रॉप. ठीक है? तो ये क्रॉप आपकी लगी है फॉर से, और इसके रूट से हम इस सोल्यूशन को पास करवाएंगे. ठीक है? अब जब ये सोल्यूशन पास होगा तो व्हाट दीज रूट विल डू, these roots will absorb water along with the nutrient that is dissolved in this water, right? So this is a system which is known as hydroponics. Totally we are using nutrient rich water solution. No soil is used, because ultimately source of nutrient वैसे होता क्या है plants का, soil होता है, right? But यहाँ पे हम soil use नहीं कर रहे हैं. तो your option 3 will be correct. Now it is same as zero budget natural farming. No, zero budget natural farming is a different concept. क्या है zero budget natural farming? कि zero budget natural farming में हम कोई भी input use नहीं कर रहे हैं. With zero budget we need to grow crop. That is the concept of zero budget natural farming. Though it is not practically possible, but yeah, it is the concept of zero budget natural farming कि हमें जो naturally available है resources उसी को ही use करना है, एंड उसी से ही फार्मिंग करनी है. क्लियर? Now next we have it requires no water, so it is incorrect. We require water because water is the carrying medium for nutrients, right? And also water is required for the general growth and development of plant. And coming to the second, which says it grows plant in air mist. So students, that happens in case of aeroponics. Okay, where what we are doing, we are supplying mist air around the root. Okay, उस we have like for say we have a solution. ठीक है, एक सोल्यूशन बना दिया हमने जिसमें पानी के साथ वी हैव एडेड द फर्टिलाइजर और न्यूट्रिएंट. नाउ दैट सोल्यूशन विल बी स्प्रेड. इट विल बी नॉट इट विल बी नॉट पास थ्रू द रूट. इट विल बी रादर, जैसे ये रूट्स है, रूट्स के अराउंड इसको स्प्रे कर देंगे इन द फॉर्म ऑफ मिस्ट. ठीक है, मिस्ट की फॉर्म में जस्ट हम स्प्रे करेंगे, डायरेक्टली हम पानी को पास नहीं कराएंगे रूट से, मिस्ट की फॉर्म में स्प्रे कर देंगे. और इस मिस्ट से ही, जो ये मिस्ट है, जो रूट्स है, ये मिस्ट को एब्जॉर्ब करेगी, मॉइस्चर और न्यूट्रिएंट वहां से एब्जॉर्ब करेगी आपकी क्रॉप की रूट्स. ठीक है, सो दिस इज एरोपोनिक्स. देन वी हैव वन मोर टर्म विच इज एक्वापोनिक्स. सो स्टूडेंट्स, एक्वापोनिक्स में क्या होता है कि यू आर कल्टिवेटिंग फिशेस अलोंग विद ग्रोइंग क्रॉप्स. ठीक है, तो फिशरीज और क्रॉप प्रोडक्शन दोनों साथ में चलता है. इसमें क्या होता है कि एक जो फिश टैंक होता है, फिश टैंक, ठीक है, water from this fish tank is allowed to go allowed to pass through crop root. क्यों? क्योंकि जो fishes हैं, they are aminotelic, means they excrete out ammonia. Ammonia is a fertilizer and we can pass this ammonical rich water to the crop. Crop will utilize all ammonia. The water will get filtered out and it can be again recycled back to the fish tank. ठीक है, तो ये हो गया आपका एक्वापोनिक्स. आई होप नाउ इट्स क्लियर. ओके, विद दैट मूविंग अहेड, क्वेश्चन, व्हाट इज द डिसएडवांटेज ऑफ स्पेशलाइज्ड फार्मिंग सिस्टम. ठीक है, चलो क्विकली रीड ऑल द ऑप्शन एंड गिव मी द आंसर. Efficient use of land, easy farm record maintenance, higher output intensity, greater risk if single crop fails, better management. बताओ, स्पेशलाइज्ड फार्मिंग सिस्टम का डिसएडवांटेज क्या हो सकता है? Carefully read the question and give me the answer. What will be the answer? Please give me the answer. Okay, I can see few right answers coming. Very good, very good. Answer will be option D. है ना, greater risk if single crops fail. Now we need to first understand what is the meaning of specialized farming system. So specialized farming system, students, जैसे नाम बता रहा है specialized, मतलब we are specialized in growing certain crop. ठीक है, जैसे कि आपने देखा होगा sugarcane farmers. Okay, you will see if a farmer is growing sugarcane, that particular farmer is specialized in growing sugarcane. That's why year after year it is taking only one crop, that is sugarcane, right? So this is called specialized farming system, where only one or two crops are taken at a time. Okay, one or two crops are taken and farmer are specialized in growing those one and two crops. Now advantage here is that if any technology is required for sugarcane cultivation, that will be available to that farmer. But if that particular farmer take multiple crops, right, so that farmer will need more tillage implement or more tools, different tools for cultivating different crops, right? So that's why it's called specialized farming system, where farmer is specialized in growing one crop, and usually in a farm 1 to 2 crops are taken, and more than 50% of return from that farm is getting from one crop. Like अगर sugarcane specialization है, farmer specialized है sugarcane production में, तो sugarcane के साथ अगर वो कोई pulse crop भी ले रहा है for say, बट उस फार्म से मैक्सिमम रिटर्न जो आता है वो शुगर केन से आता है. दिस इज अ स्पेशलाइज्ड फार्मिंग सिस्टम. नाउ इफ वी सी द ऑप्शन एफिशिएंट यूज ऑफ लैंड, यस, this is causing efficient use of land because farmer is specialized in that particular crop, so it is growing efficiently, it is growing that crop efficiently on that particular piece of land, right? Easy to maintain farm record because only 1 to 2 crops are grown, so एक दो crop का farm record maintain करना easy रहता है, right? हायर आउटपुट इंटेंसिटी, यस, क्योंकि स्पेशलाइज्ड है, उसके पास सारे टूल्स, इंप्लीमेंट टेक्नोलॉजी ऑलरेडी प्रेजेंट होगी. greater risk if single crop fails. Yes, that is the disadvantage. अगर शुगर केन में स्पेशलाइज्ड है तो शुगर केन अगर फेल हो गई तो फिर बहुत ज्यादा रिस्क भी है. क्लियर? And better management. So that is the advantage of specialized farming, not disadvantage. Clear? Okay, with this, moving to the next question. Which of the following is true about vermicompost? Okay, now read the option carefully and give me answer. So vermicompost के बारे में क्या सही है? First is produced only by chemical decomposition, made by earthworm breaking down organic waste, has no nutrient value, cannot be used for vegetables, only used in livestock. What is the right answer for this question? Okay, so students, very good. I can see few people have given right answer. Most of you have given the right answer. Very good. And it is option B. ठीक है, made by earthworms by breaking down organic waste. So students, वर्मी कंपोस्ट क्या होता है? कंपोस्ट क्या होता है in general? When we are utilizing all our farm organic waste like cow dung, buffalo dung, your crop stubble, straw, everything is decomposed to make everything is allowed to decompose to make compost. ठीक है, and this compost is rich in nutrient and this compost can be used in crop field for adding nutrient into the soil. ठीक है, so that a crop can grow well. So students, here vermi compost क्या होता है? Vermi is basically worm. Okay, it is basically for the worms. When we are using earthworms for making this compost, because these earthworms, what they do, they eat the organic waste and digest it and make it into a more enhanced version of compost. Clear? So vermicompost is there, and it is, you can say that it is a we have a normal compost and then we have a vermicompost. So vermicompost is better than the normal compost. Clear? So when earthworms are used for making compost, that is called vermicompost. Hence your option B will be the right answer. ठीक है? So it is not produced by chemical decomposition, rather natural decomposition that is done by microorganism as well as the earthworms. ठीक है? Then has no nutrient value. It is wrong, because vermicompost do has a nutrient value. That's why it is used in crop field. Cannot be used for vegetable. It is wrong. It can be used for all type of crops. ठीक है? Only used in livestock. Again, that is incorrect. We utilize the waste of livestock to make compost. Clear? Chalo. Next question is, consider the following about conventional farming system, and you have to tell me which one is correct. Options are, your statements are: uses chemical fertilizer and pesticides, utilizes genetically modified crops, relies heavily on natural manure only, it is highly resource and energy intensive. What will be the answer? कन्वेंशनल फार्मिंग सिस्टम के बारे में आपने बताना है. कन्वेंशनल फार्मिंग क्या होता है स्टूडेंट्स? कन्वेंशनल फार्मिंग इज बेसिकली द old method of doing farming system, like where we are using all kind of tillage implement, where we are using all kind of fertilizer, pesticides, we are using genetically modified crops. Everything is used, because in conventional farming the only aim is to get maximum profit. Okay, so pesticide, insecticide, herbicide, everything is sprayed on the crop to, in order to protect the crop from these pest and infection, so that we can get maximum yield, we can get maximum benefit. Okay, so that is conventional farming system. So now you have to tell me which one is correct. Okay, I think you guys have given the right answer. Okay, Akansha, Shivani, Isha Raj and Disha. Very good. Answer here will be option. Okay. Answer here will be option A. Okay, 1, 2 and 4. So here first is use of chemical fertilizer and pesticides. Yes, here we are using fertilizer and pesticide. Okay. Genetically modified crops are used in conventional farming system. Relies heavily on natural manure. No, we can in conventional farming chemical fertilizer are also used. So it is highly resource and energy intensive? Yes, yes, it is highly resource and energy intensive. That's why answer will be okay. Answer was already on the screen. Okay. So for this question also answer is also already there. I think I forgot to put the transition here. So no issue, we'll just solve. Okay, we'll just solve the questions then. Why is mixed farming considered more resilient than monocropping? Okay, why is mixed farming considered more resilient than monocropping? Options are it increases dependence on one crop, it ensures income from both crop and livestock, it requires no labor input, it eliminates crop rotation, it increases pest incidence. So here answer already on the screen, option B is the answer. Okay, so sorry for this mistake, I'll make sure from tomorrow onwards this does not happen. Okay, chalo. Mixed farming क्यों resilient consider की जाती है than monocropping? So students, in mixed farming what we are doing, we are not depending on only one enterprise. We have different enterprises, right? And also we are growing different crops. Now if we just go for growing one crop, what will happen? We are totally dependent on that crop, and if that crop fails, our whole energy and our whole the whole crop will fail, suffer the loss, and there will be no return from the land. ठीक है, तो क्यों इसलिए की जाती है? Because it ensure income from both crop and livestock. ठीक है, that's why this is the reason. It increase dependence on one crop, that happens in monocropping. ठीक है, it requires no labor input, that is totally incorrect. ठीक है, it eliminate crop rotation, that is incorrect, because mixed farming encourage crop rotation. ठीक है, increase pest incidence, that is also incorrect, because it decreases pest incidence. Okay, chalo, again the answer is already there on the screen. So question is, which factor best explains the sustainability of integrated farming system? Your options are dependence on external chemical fertilizer, recycling of nutrient within the farm system, specialization in single crop production, high mechanization in monocropping, outsourcing farm resources. The answer is option B, recycling of nutrients within the farm system. So that's why it is sustainable, because see, in integrated farming system what we are doing, we are basically recycling the resources. I have told you in the very first slide कि integrated farming system में क्या कर रहे हैं हम, we are utilizing the resources that is already available on the farm, okay, and we are recycling it. So इसीलिए जो आपका integrated farming system है ये most sustainable बन जाता है. ठीक है, okay, now question for you, what do you understand by sustainable agriculture? Okay, give me the answer in the chat section. What do you understand by sustainable agriculture? Please quickly give me the answer. Guys, please quickly give me the answers. What do you understand by sustainable agriculture if you know the answer? Because see, sustainable agriculture भी आपके previous year question में पूछा गया था. That's why I'm asking this question, so that I can explain you. Very good, Vishal. So agriculture with sustainability for future generation. So students, basically sustainable agriculture क्या होता है? Sustainable agriculture is agriculture where we are doing agriculture activities by keeping in mind of the future generation. Basically we are not just exploiting all the resources for ourselves. We are growing crop in such a way that we are fulfilling our demand, our requirement, but also keeping in consideration the future generations, कि हम सारे resources को exploit ना कर दें कि future generation के लिए resource ना बचे. ठीक है, तो that is sustainable agriculture. और integrated farming system में हम क्या करते हैं? We encourage this sustainability. उस चीज को ही encourage करने के लिए ये integrated farming system develop किया गया है. Clear? चलो, next question is, why is vertical farming increasingly adopted in cities? Okay, इसका आंसर भी B है, because it reduces urban food supply gap by using less space with stacked layer. ठीक है, I have told you, in vertical farming within less area we can get more produce, we can get more output. So that is why in urban areas where land is limited, okay, where land is limited, so there urban farming is being adopted increasingly. ठीक है, so this can be a question can be asked in your examination regarding vertical farming, because vertical farming is becoming more more what we can say, it is being adopted by more and more people nowadays. Okay, you might have also heard about cases where like saffron like crop which is originally grown in places like Jammu Kashmir has been grown by people who are living in Bihar. Okay, though the climatic condition do not match, but due to this vertical farming it is possible, they have made it possible, right? Similarly, different crops can be grown in different areas, irrespective of the climatic condition of that particular area. Because in vertical farming what happens is basically there is a closed room, okay, and all the conditions are maintained. Basically, if any particular crop require high temperature, so you can modify the temperature of room. Okay, it is not done in open area, it is done in a closed room. And if you can modify, you can change the temperature, humidity, also you can change the amount of light intensity that is required by that particular crop for growing crops. Okay, so you can grow crops that are not originally found in your regions. Clear? So that's why this vertical farming is being adopted by more and more people nowadays, because here it has become possible to grow crops that is not originally found in that particular area. Clear? Chalo, next question is, a farmer in Rajasthan adopts dryland farming. Which crops choice will be the most suitable? So students, here in dryland area your millets are the suitable choices. Because millet क्यों suitable choices हैं? Millets are the crop that are drought resistant, require less moisture to grow, right? So farmers in dryland areas will adopt such crop which are a drought resistance like millet. So here answer will be option C, bajra, because bajra क्या है? Millet है एक. ठीक है? चलो. Okay, next question is, which farming system is midway between traditional and commercial farming? ठीक है? So students, traditional farming क्या होती है? Where we are using traditional tools, techniques and implement or knowledge of growing farming. जैसे कि आपका wooden plow है. Wooden plow जब use होता था, that is traditional farming system. But अब tractor है. Tractor क्या है? Is a modern machine. So वो modern farming system है. और इन दोनों के बीच में जो farming system होती है, जहाँ पे हम कुछ traditional knowledge को follow करते हैं, कुछ advanced techniques and technology को use करते हैं, that is called semi-commercial farming system. Clear? चलो. Okay, which crop is a major plantation crop in India under commercial farming? ठीक है? So answer will be option B. Plantation crop students अलग होती हैं, tea, coffee, rubber, कोकोनट, दीज आर योर प्लांटेशन क्रॉप्स. ठीक है? प्लांटेशन क्रॉप्स को हमें रीसो करने की जरूरत नहीं होती. दे आर पेरिनियल इन नेचर एंड द अमाउंट ऑफ लैंड रिक्वायर्ड बाय दिस प्लांटेशन क्रॉप इज ह्यूज, राइट? सो दे आर ग्रोन बेसिकली इन लार्ज एस्टेट. तो वो क्रॉप्स थोड़ी डिफरेंट होती हैं, इसीलिए उनको प्लांटेशन क्रॉप बोलते हैं. और यहाँ पे आंसर है टी, क्योंकि टी एक प्लांटेशन क्रॉप है. चलो, ओके, फाइनली आंसर स्क्रीन में नहीं है, तो यू कैन सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन नाउ एंड दिस इज योर PYQ. ठीक है? टेल मी what will be the answer based on the statement mentioned. Find the type of farming system. Use of no herbicide, use of no pesticide. What will be the answer? Quickly, it is the easiest question I would say. ठीक है? ऐसे आपके क्वेश्चन आते हैं एग्जाम में, तो आपको डरना नहीं है कि बहुत ही कोर एग्रीकल्चर से क्वेश्चन पूछे जाएंगे. कुछ क्वेश्चंस बहुत ही इजी होते हैं और कुछ क्वेश्चन बहुत ही डिफिकल्ट होते हैं. इवन एग्रीकल्चर ग्रेजुएट्स आर नॉट एबल टू सॉल्व देम. So don't worry, there will be 5 to 6 questions which will be always out of the syllabus, out of the scope of syllabus. But you have to focus on the questions that is there from the syllabus कि at least वो question आप अच्छे से solve कर सको. ठीक है? Okay. वेरी गुड. आंसर हियर विल बी ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग. ठीक है? तो ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग क्या है? ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग इज बेसिकली वेयर वी आर नॉट यूजिंग एनी काइंड ऑफ केमिकल्स, रादर वी आर टोटली डिपेंडेंट ऑन द रिसोर्सेज दैट इज नेचुरली अवेलेबल. ठीक है? इट इज ऑर्गेनिक मैन्योर, कंपोस्ट, इट कैन बी बायोपेस्टिसाइड ऑल्सो. व्हाट आर बायोपेस्टिसाइड्स? देखो, बायो टर्म जहां पे लगता है इट मीन्स लिविंग, राइट? So there are some microorganisms that can work as pesticide. They can help in killing the disease. So such microorganisms are multiplied in the labs and then introduced in the field. So they help in reducing and preventing disease in the field. So such living organism or microorganism are called biopesticides. ठीक है? तो यहाँ पे हम biopesticides और biofertilizers, again same microorganism that will add nutrient to the soils are called biofertilizer. Biopesticides, biofertilizer, organic manure, compost, okay, such things are used. We are not using any kind of pesticide, chemical pesticide or chemical herbicide, even chemical fertilizers are not used in case of organic farming. Chalo, next question is, which of the following is organic in nature? Very easy question, right? Very easy question. This was also a question that was asked to you in NABARD Grade A 2020 Phase 1 examination. What will be the answer? ओके इसका पीडीएफ देखो हमारे टेलीग्राम चैनल पे पोस्ट कर दिया जाएगा कल तक के लिए. सो सॉरी, बाय द एंड ऑफ द डे और बाय टुमारो यू विल गेट द पीडीएफ ऑफ दिस सेशन टेलीग्राम चैनल पे. ठीक है, यू कैन विजिट टेलीग्राम चैनल, डाउनलोड द पीडीएफ. ठीक है, आंसर विल बी cow dung. ठीक है, so rest of the other things are chemical in nature. Rest cow dung is only the natural thing, so it will be answer. ओके ये NABARD Grade 2022 फेज 1 का एक क्वेश्चन है. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म एब्सॉर्ब न्यूट्रिएंट फ्रॉम द सराउंडिंग एंड प्रोवाइड देम टू द प्लांट? वेरी इजी अगेन, आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू दिस. आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू अबाउट दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन. क्या आंसर होगा? प्लीज क्विकली गिव मी द आंसर. आई हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस ऑल दिस थिंग विद यू. बी क्विक एंड गिव मी द आंसर. Okay, the viral trend, see I'm not counting the questions. Okay, so whatever I feel is important and to the extent I can make and I can come here with, so I'm not counting the question. It's like yesterday we have solved around 30-35 questions. I feel so I have not counted them. Today it's around 25 questions. Yes, so yeah, it will be around 20-25 questions. Okay, you can expect questions 20-25 questions here. Okay, it will be biofertilizers. ठीक है, I have already explained you what are biofertilizers. Living organisms that help in increasing soil nutrient status. So what they do, they basically absorb nutrient from the surrounding and provide it to the plant root. So hence they are called biofertilizers. Clear? Okay, now this is a question for you. All of you who are live here have to go to the comment section and give me the answer. ठीक है, live में आप आंसर दे दो if you want, but comment section में भी प्लीज आप आंसर करो इस क्वेश्चन का, और ये क्वेश्चन आपके लिए ही है. स्लैश एंड बर्न एग्रीकल्चर, व्हाट इज स्लैश एंड बर्न एग्रीकल्चर? ठीक है, वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड. आपको आंसर पता है अभी तक, तो आपको ये कमेंट सेक्शन में आंसर देना है. क्लियर? सो दैट्स ऑल फॉर दिस सेशन. आई होप यू हैव एंजॉयड. पीडीएफ के लिए गो टू द टेलीग्राम चैनल. बाय टुमारो यू विल गेट द पीडीएफ. ठीक है, यू कैन डाउनलोड इट फ्रॉम देयर. So I hope you have enjoyed this session. Now if you have any doubt, any query, you can ask. I'll wait for 1 or 2 minutes more. Also students, if you have any feedback, please provide your feedback at feedback. This is the mail ID where you can provide your feedback. Feedback at edutab.co.in. ठीक है? So this is our feedback mail ID. If you have any kind of feedback regarding these classes, please provide it there. It will mean a lot to me. Okay. Any question? Okay, mulch को explain करना है. The viral trend. Mulch क्या है? देखो, mulch क्या होता है? Mulch is anything that we are using to cover soil. ठीक है, पहली चीज to cover soil. And why we want to cover soil? We want to cover soil to save water. क्योंकि क्या होता है कि when soil is exposed, the water is lost through evaporation. Evaporation से बहुत ज्यादा water loss हो जाता है. ठीक है, तो हमें क्या करना है? We need to save this water. Also, another importance of this mulching or another objective of this mulching is to save soil from soil erosion. ठीक है, तो soil and water conservation के लिए we are covering the field. That is called mulch. Now mulch can be organic or means it can be derived from any crop. ठीक है, it can be inorganic, derived from like polythene or plastics can also be used as mulch. ठीक है, living crop भी mulch हो सकती है. Crop stubbles can be mulch. Anything that is used to cover soil is mulch. Okay. Okay, Vishal, you're welcome. द वायरल ट्रेंड देखो, मल्च लिविंग और नॉन लिविंग दोनों हो सकती है. ठीक है, तो आप देखोगे कहीं पे ब्लैक कलर की पॉलिथीन आर यूज्ड एज मल्च बाय द फार्मर्स. दैट इज आल्सो मल्च, बट दैट इज अ नॉन लिविंग मल्च और इनऑर्गेनिक मल्च, राइट? देन वी हैव अ ऑर्गेनिक मल्च वेयर क्रॉप रेसिड्यूज आर यूज्ड. दैट इज द ऑर्गेनिक मल्च. yes. Anything else anybody want to ask? ओके सुमित कुमार, देखो आई विल ट्राई टू कवर ऑल द इम्पॉर्टेंट चैप्टर्स और एमसीक्यूज ऑफ ऑल द इम्पॉर्टेंट चैप्टर्स हियर, ठीक है, तो जितने पॉसिबल हो पाएंगे आई विल ट्राई टू ब्रिंग हियर एंड वी कैन सॉल्व इट. Okay, any other query? I feel there is no query. You're most welcome, viral trend. ठीक है, तो आई होप यू आर एंजॉइंग द क्लासेस एंड दीज क्लासेस आर बेनिफिशियल फॉर यू. ठीक है, क्लासेस अच्छी लग रही हैं, डू लेट मी नो. देखो, एनी काइंड ऑफ सजेशन, एनी काइंड ऑफ फीडबैक, क्लासेस अच्छी हैं, बुरी है, एनीथिंग, आई वांटेड टू हेयर फ्रॉम यू गाइज. सो यू हैव टू गिव मी the feedback at this mail id which is feedback@edutab.co.in. ठीक है, so tomorrow I'll receive your feedback. I will like to see what you have to say. ठीक है, yes Vishal, same timing 2:30. ठीक है, 2:30 same timing. There will be live classes. If I'm not available, I'll give the recorded one. Don't worry, you will get the class. But ठीक है. Okay, Isha Raj, thank you so much. Sumit Kumar, you're welcome. So I feel now there's no more queries. Okay, I hope you all are preparing for your examination right now. It's high time now. ठीक है, अपना टाइम वेस्ट मत करो, जितना इफेक्टिवली पढ़ सकते हो पढ़ो, जितने क्वेश्चंस ट्राई कर सकते हो क्वेश्चंस ट्राई करो, और ट्राई टू डू रिवर्स इंजीनियरिंग. ठीक है, क्वेश्चन से कॉन्सेप्ट्स पे जाओ अगर आपने अभी तक कुछ टॉपिक्स या कुछ चीजें कवर नहीं की है. ठीक है, बट क्वेश्चन प्रैक्टिस करना इंपॉर्टेंट है. दैट इज वाई आई एम ब्रिंगिंग क्वेश्चंस हियर. क्लियर? चलो, यस, एआरडी करंट अफेयर के लिए दीक्षा मैम विल बी टेकिंग योर क्लासेस. ठीक है, उसके लिए अलग क्लासेस होंगी वंस एआरडी स्टैटिक क्लासेस आर ओवर. आई थिंक आपकी एआरडी स्टैटिक की क्लासेस अराउंड 22 या 24 तक होंगी, एआरडी स्टैटिक की क्लासेस. उसके बाद आपकी करंट अफेयर की क्लासेस होंगी, जो भी स्केड्यूल होगा वो आपको मिल जाएगा. ठीक है, क्लासेस होंगी. बट ओके ईशराज, देखो क्लासेस अभी तो डेली हो रही है फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर वीक, बट आई विल बी नॉट अवेलेबल फ्रॉम 19 ऑनवर्ड. सो आपको उस टाइम पे रिकॉर्डेड सेशन मिल जाएंगे. ठीक है, ओके विशाल, फॉर रिगार्डिंग एआरडी करंट अफेयर के लिए देखो, पीआईबी इज अ बेस्ट सोर्स. ठीक है, रेस्ट एआरडी करंट अफेयर के लिए ज़्यादा चिंता करने की जरूरत नहीं है क्योंकि वेटेज थोड़ा कम रहता है. तो आप एआरडी करंट अफेयर में एमएसपी कवर कर लो, एडवांस एस्टिमेट कवर कर लो, देन फ्यू रिपोर्ट्स लाइक बेसिक एनिमल हस्बेंड्री स्टैटिस्टिक रिपोर्ट, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर की एनुअल रिपोर्ट, नबार्ड एनुअल रिपोर्ट, इंक्लूडिंग अगर कोई पोर्टल लॉन्च हुआ है एग्रीकल्चर में फॉर द फार्मर्स, दैट थिंग यू हैव टू कवर. ठीक है, और रिसेंट जो भी एग्रीकल्चर के रिलेटेड न्यूज़ चल रही है तो वो कवर कर लो, दैट विल बी मोर देन सफिशिएंट. हाँ, बट आपको पीआईबी विजिट करना पड़ेगा. यू विल हैव टू सी कि मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर से रिलेटेड क्या न्यूज़ है. यू हैव टू जस्ट गो एंड फाइंड आउट एंड स्टार्ट मेकिंग योर नोट्स. बट एआरडी करंट अफेयर में अगर मैं देखूँ तो सबसे ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस है एआरडी स्कीम्स की. तो स्कीम्स छोड़नी नहीं है. जितनी आपकी एआरडी से रिलेटेड, एग्रीकल्चर और एलाइड सेक्टर से रिलेटेड या एग्रीकल्चर और रूरल डेवलपमेंट से रिलेटेड जितनी भी स्कीम्स हैं, एवरी स्कीम यू हैव टू कवर. ठीक है, एंड स्पेशली स्कीम्स दोज आर इन न्यूज़. ठीक है, अगर आपको आजकल में कोई स्कीम्स या फिर आज आपने न्यूज़ पढ़ी और उसमें कोई स्कीम हाईलाइटेड है, प्लीज़ उस स्कीम्स के बारे में पढ़ो. उस स्कीम्स के रिलेटेड क्या करंट डेवलपमेंट है और क्या उस स्कीम्स के कब वो स्कीम्स लॉन्च हुई थी, कौन सी मिनिस्ट्री के अंदर आती है, क्या फंडिंग थी, बजट एलोकेशन क्या था, ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या था, टारगेट बेनिफिशरीज क्या था, राइट, एलिजिबिलिटी के लिए क्या क्राइटेरिया है. सो प्लीज रीड ऑल अबाउट दैट. ओके, यू वेलकम ईशा राज. Now I think I have answered all the queries. I